Thank you for coming, so many of you. We are happy that you did. I was this morning mentioning that my wife and I have had the privilege, the joy, the sheer pleasure of calling Sam a friend for now the better part of 4 decades. Isn't that something? We were just little children. And we were at the seminary, and Sam's lived in the Berrien Springs area. His father was a very respected, beloved professor there at Andrews. And during that process, I started learning about Sam and his artistry. Prodigious, because, like I said this morning, at a very early age, he was already having a huge musical platform and reaching people and touching people's lives before he was 20 years old. I have a little more formal introduction that I would like to make. Sam was born in Peru, South America. During his early teenage years, the family moved to the United States. Sam studied classical music at Stanford University while attending high school in Mountain View, California, and college in Angwin. Sam graduated from Andrews University in Michigan with a degree in music and chemistry. Subsequently, he attended graduate school at the University of Michigan, 1-year dental school, and Andrews University, where he obtained his Master's of Business Administration. Musically, Sam has recorded over a dozen albums as a pianist, arranger, and producer. A landmark album called Friends in Concert was recorded live at Johnson Auditorium, which is the campus of Andrews University, with legendary musicians Hal Blaine, who's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, founding member of the Wrecking Crew, Tommy Tedesco, Nino Ocampo, who was a part of another Wrecking Crew, but a different type. It was Sam's brother. Sam has had the honor to play with some of the world's greatest musicians, including Michael Omartian, Lee Holdridge. Some of the, I think, arrangements you're going to use today. Now, Lee Holdridge, Sam could tell you better than I. He's a fabulous, wonderful man, very generous. Was the arranger, producer for Barbra Streisand, for Neil Diamond. And in recent years with Plácido Domingo, Lee Holdridge is a fabulous. One of the best-selling record of Plácido Domingo was one that he did with John Denver. It was called Perhaps Love. Check it out. It's just fabulous. And it was directed, conducted by Lee Holdridge. But better, loftier, more wonderful than his association with Lee Holdridge, it's his association with a lady named Gwen. And Gwen Matthews and Sam married in 2002 and has been, Evelyn and I know this, we don't need to read it here, we know it because we're their friends. She's been the pivotal force in reigniting Sam as a musician and getting him out there again. I told you that this is his first time in Florida after 30 years. Well, there's much more, but the rest, you just need to let your ears do the work. Thank you again so much for coming here for this. And Sam, thank you so much. It's been a joy having both of them over our house, and we are just enjoying the heck out of both of you. And thank you so much for doing us the honor. Let's greet Sam Ocampo with some love. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
Thank you so much. What an honor to be here with an amazing friend, Frank Gonzalez, and amazing church, beautiful weather. We had a blessing and a gift. So I'm delighted. We're going to take you back in time, give you some current music. I'd like to invite you to enjoy, relax, sing, hum, do whatever you want. We're going to enjoy our time together. Let's bow our heads. We lost Andre Crouch about 2 years ago. I love this song, Through It All. My wife would not forgive me if I don't do this song. Dottie Rambo put some beautiful words to this amazing melody. How many know it? Danny boy? Carol, is that an okay chord? Amen. Amen. Thank you. I love the old songs. Do you guys like the old songs? They're so beautiful. My dear friend Del Delker taught me some of these. And I'd like to pay tribute to her in a few of these beautiful old songs. She taught me the love of God and No One Ever Cared for Me Like Jesus, and some of those just gorgeous songs. And one of the songs was written by John W. Peterson. And I just love the message, folks. I try not to play notes. I try to play words, feelings, and messages. And the message of this song of John W. Peterson says, "It took a miracle to put the stars in space. It took a miracle to hang the world in place." Punchline. "But when he saved my soul, cleansed and made me whole, it took a miracle of love and grace." Hum it or sing it together. But until my heart, I'm singing. With joy I'll carry on. My brother is married to a Brazilian, so let's do this one. Mr. Tom Scott on saxophone. Thank you. Fun song. It's I Am Not Alone. It's a beautiful song. Seem to understand You can't imagine how beautiful you sound here. I'd like to do it again. Hum it or sing it. I don't know. Ethel Waters did such a beautiful job. Ethel Waters said, and I know he watches we. Can I hear you say it? And I know he watches. What a choir. Let's go on the road. Good to see you. Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you for blessing me this way. You may have heard this song. another Andre Crouch. Do you guys hear a lot of wrong notes? Because I do. And I thought it would not be professional to tell you that I'm having a little arthritis in my hands. Not really, not really. I just don't practice enough. But you guys are making up for the little wrong notes here and there. I used to tell a few piano students that I had that wrong notes are good because it's good to take risks. And I think that it's the emotion that you guys are working together with me to create, and it is such a blessing to me as well. I have some wonderful friends here in the audience, and I am so delighted. I don't know where to start, but I am going to ask Elder Chet Dameron to come here. He is sometimes known as Abraham Lincoln, and he and I go back, like Frank, for about 30, 40 years. He is a dear friend. Why don't you say hello to the people, Elder Dameron?
I remember this guy when I landed at Andrews University in 1975. He and Nino with the bass brought that campus alive. I'll never forget it, Sam. God blessed you and your ministry. I was there as the chaplain for the college young people, and so we fit right together. And many Sabbath afternoons, we packed Pioneer Memorial Church with concerts that we would have. And I did the bridging, you remember? You remember 1990, I believe it was, General Conference was in Indianapolis. And we brought on a young man, and Sam introduced me to him and said, Elder Dameron, I want you to go over with me to a hotel. And we're going to introduce a young man that's just arriving here in America. He had a violin. You remember that?
I remember Hyatt Regency in Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis, didn't we? So you played the piano, he played the violin, and again, I was the bridge.
Absolutely. And we did a concert there at the Hyatt Regency in Indianapolis for 8 hours straight. Because it was in the hotel and all the delegates and all the people there were coming in and out. And we were selling records so much that we didn't want to stop. And you know who that young man was? It was Jamie George.
Thank you, Sam. Keep making those ivories hum and tell the story of Jesus. Thank you for the memories.
Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Let's give him a hand. Chet Dameron. I'd like to play a song written by a composer from Spain. I hope you enjoy it. It's a beautiful song about I am a rebel because the world made me that way, but I don't have to be. That's kind of the topic of the song. Even though the title is a little dark, it really is a song of hope. Brahms. Lullaby, Cradle Song of Brahms. I think there are three composers that are just absolutely wonderful. There's many, but three that stand out in my mind. And Jeff Wood is one of them, a dear friend of mine that wrote Side by Side, and many others. And the one that I'd like to highlight right now in the next song, his name was Harold Miller. In the 30s, he wrote a beautiful lullaby-type song. I think kind of mirroring Brahms's, but he put another such a satisfying melody on it. So I hope you like this Harold Miller Cradle Song. How many know it? few months ago, I had the sad honor to play at the funeral of a dear friend, Elder Larry Cavanis, in Glendale, California. And one of the songs that he loved and I did was this. depend upon His Word. My friend Scott Reed and I just recorded this at Capitol Studios. Listen to Scott.
I thank God for the mountain, and I thank Him for the valley, and I thank Him for the storms that He brought me through. For if I never had a problem, I'd never known that He could solve them. I'd never know what faith in my God can do.
Through it all.
Through it all. Through it all. I've learned to trust in Jesus. I've learned to trust in God. Oh, through it all. Through it all, I've learned to depend upon His word. Yes, I've learned to depend upon His
Beautiful song, isn't it? Beautiful song. Just an amazing evening. Frank mentioned that I've spent most of my professional, non-musical life in healthcare management and administration, and I always say that healthcare is my second first love. I love healthcare, and my most recent responsibility was in St. Helena for Adventist Health, having the great honor of running the orthopedics and the cardiovascular heart services for that region. We had probably the most successful orthopedics program in the nation, at least one of the most successful. We did about 1,300 joint replacements per year. And we take the credit for all of that, but we shouldn't. There was a lady that actually, a consultant, that put this program together on our behalf. And her name is Marcia Friesen. And with her leadership, vision, experience, and innovation, we were able to accomplish those goals. And Marcia lived in Nebraska and then moved to Chicago. We're Facebook friends. And I mentioned that on the Facebook page that I would be here today, and I got a call from Marcia saying that she and her husband were vacationing in Florida, and they are here tonight. I would like for you to stand, both of you, to say hello to the people. Marcia is an amazing consultant clinician, has worked for a lot of Adventist hospitals across the United States, Orlando, etc. But I'd like to do something for Marcia with you. Happy birthday, Marcia. Delightful. Frank also mentioned that I haven't been in Florida for 30 years, and that is the truth. And the reason I came to Florida 30 years ago was because of my dear friend Sergio Torres, who's here. Sergio, can you come, please, and say hello? Chaplain Torres is with Florida Hospital, and he was at the conference office for many years, a dear friend. The Peruvians and the Chileans fight a lot. Sergio and I love each other. Can you please tell hello to the people, Sergio?
Hola. Well, so happy to see you, Sam, and it's always a pleasure.
Thank you for coming.
Hey,
Thank you for
pleasure.
being here.
God bless you.
It's a pleasure. In 1973, our family moved to the United States, and I'm going to close with America the Beautiful because I think it's appropriate. This country needs our prayers, our support, and our energy to keep on moving to the wonderful nation that it is. In 1973, we came to this country, our family did, from Peru. And when we came to the United States, my dad was a pastor. He received an invitation to work as a pastor in Mountain View, California. And as soon as we arrived, we met a family that lived in our same apartment complex in Mountain View. And I'd like to ask Leticia Padro to come here for a second, please. Mrs. Padro and her 4 children and her family were there with us, and I am so surprised that her daughter and she are here, but I just wanted to acknowledge you and say thank you and that I love you. I haven't seen you in a long, long, long time, so thank you for being here. I just saw you, and I wanted to say thank you for coming. Yes, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see. Also, one of my best friends of all time from probably 30, 40 years, other than Frank, is a fellow by the name of Mark Eric DiBiase. And again, on Facebook, his parents were looking at the Facebook page, and they live in Michigan, and they were vacationing in Florida. A lot of people vacation in Florida. Dr. and Mrs. DiBiase, can you please stand and say hello to the people? Marco and Erica DiBiase, thank you so much. Last but not least, again, I want to say thank you. Frank did also to my wife, Gwen. She has been an amazing support, a very intelligent guidance to my music, to my healthcare profession, and I am so proud that you are here. She left yesterday, Northern California, got here last night, and we're going back tomorrow. She just came to be here with us. Gwen, could you please stand? And thank you so much. And thank you to Dawn for the sound. This church has an amazing group of talented people. Let's give Dawn a hand. And I'd like to finish with America the Beautiful and perhaps a little bit of Rise Again at the end. I hope you enjoyed this evening. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.